5 RBIs for him. They're going to have to keep a closer eye on him tonight. Posada back in the lineup. He did not play last night. Cano, Switcher, Harrison, and Melky Cabrera, the center fielder, hitting ninth. Take a look at Ryan Rowland-Smith and his numbers this year. 2-1 record, ERA, 2.86. Pretty solid numbers all the way across the board. And the defense behind him. Saunders, Gutierrez, and Ichiro in the outfield. And in the infield will be Hanahan, Wilson, Lopez, and Branyan. And as I mentioned, Rob Johnson had last night off. He's back working again tonight behind the plate.
Okay, here we go with Ryan Rowland-Smith, fresh off a win off Tampa Bay last Sunday afternoon. And one of the big things about him was that he didn't throw that many pitches early in the ball game. Give him a chance to stretch it out a little bit. He got 2 outs into the 7th inning.
I think that he's a guy that you can leave out there. I think next year you're going to see him throwing 120 pitches in his outings. I don't think that'll be a problem for him. Nowadays, it seems like guys that get around 100 and it's time for them to go. But I think Ryan Rowland-Smith is a guy that you can put a few more pitches on, and maybe that'll add an inning or two to his outings.
All right, here is Mr. Jeter. And our first pitch of the evening. The foul backing out of play. Derek Jeter with 20 leadoff home runs in his career. We understand that this game is being televised. Our telecast is being carried in Hong Kong tonight. I only mention that because Ryan Rowland-Smith's sister lives there and is able to see him pitch tonight. We're happy to hear that. It is 11:10 in the morning Saturday in Hong Kong. So welcome to Seattle Mariners baseball. I'll be watching in Hong Kong. The 1-1 pitch. A little bit high. Ball 2-1. 64 degrees here in Seattle, Washington. The wind out of the southwest at 3 miles an hour. It is beginning to warm up slowly. And a foul back on the fastball, 2-2, so that by the time we get to Sunday, I think it's going to be in the high 70s, if not low 80s. Of course, that's when we have to leave to go off on the road again to Detroit and Cleveland.
I heard midweek it's going to be back to the upper 80s.
And a slow breaking ball, too high. 3-2. Yankees have just laid waste to everybody since the All-Star game. They have been unbelievable. 21-6 since the Midsummer Classic. Jeter, one of those tough guys to strike out. This will be pitch number 8 coming up to him. He always seems to be able to get a piece of the ball.
Yeah, especially on fastballs inside. The last couple that Ryan Rowland-Smith has thrown to him, really fights to keep his hands inside. Another one right in on his hands. He'll continue to foul that pitch off. Take a look at the tracer. A lot of pitches in on his hands, which I think sometimes for him, he does such a good job at hitting the ball back up the middle.
And a change at that time. Went after it. That was probably ball 4. So Jeter strikes out on the 10th pitch to him here to start off the ball game.
Well, after 3 straight fastballs in on his hands, he throws the changeup, and Jeter out in front of that pitch. Even though it was up, it probably was a ball, Dave. As you look at the tracer, it's up out of the strike zone, but it fooled him.
And Johnny Damon taking a strike. The man calling balls and strikes is Jerry Davis. C.B. Butler at first base. Mike Everett at second. Brian Gorman around at third. 2 strikes. Chased a bad ball. Angels are just getting plastered tonight in Baltimore. Baltimore leading them 16-6 in the 9th inning. And a slow ground ball hits a second after Urias' throw. Doesn't even pick it up and take it out of his glove. He just takes his glove and shovels it onto first base. Nice job by Jose Lopez.
And take a look at it. Kind of hits it off the end of the bat. Slow roller. Nice play. It's in by half a step.
And Teixeira, the switch hitting first baseman. Mark Teixeira, the hitter. 1-1. So it's going down and coming back up. This guy is a completely different pitcher. Another change. He's got it going, doesn't he?
He has a terrific changeup. I think to right-handed hitters, that's his best pitch. The thing that I've seen more than anything, Dave, is the improvement of his breaking ball. That's what's really going to help him against the left-handed hitters.
An 87-mile-an-hour slider just inside. 2-2. And hooked down the left field line, foul into the stands. Fastball barely outside.
Good looking pitch again.
And hard step, this time up and in a little bit too much. So it's a share to first base, and Hideki Matsui, who had 2 home runs last night. His first one coming in the 3rd inning off Ian Snell. That was just the first of 2, and then in the 8th inning, he hit one deep into right center field for his 2nd home run of the ball game. His 18th and 19th on the year, and a strike to him this time. Matsui, now 35 years of age. It'll be interesting. This is the end of his contract. Interesting to see if the Yankees are going to try and resign him. We're getting some age on them. Derek Jeter's 35. Johnny Damon's 35. As a ground ball is hit right to the shortstop, Josh Wilson, and he throws him out. Here in the 1st inning. Fine 1st inning for Ryan Rowland-Smith. No hits, no runs, a man left. Nice to have you with us. Mariners coming up. And welcome back to Safeco Field, where Mike Blowers is a judge of all signs concerning Ronnie Price. And we are inundated with them this evening. Hey, that's really something, isn't it? Let's look at the lineup.
Okay, we have Ichiro lead things off, and it's Gutierrez, Lopez, Griffey back in the lineup tonight, hitting 4th, and it's Brandon Hanahan, Rob Johnson, Josh Wilson with a home run off of CC Sabathia last night. Michael Saunders will hit 9th. And Andy Pettitte, terrific career with the Yankees. Take a look at his ERA this year, 4.14. 103 strikeouts for Pettitte so far.
And a swing and a miss. Ichiro .364 hitter against Andy Pettitte. Pettitte, 224 victories, 133 defeats. 37 years of age. And had to kind of be talked back into the Yankee fold at the end of last year, and glad he came back. So one has to think that this might be it for him. And a line drive into right field. So Ichiro has his 170th hit on the year. Only 30 to go for 9 consecutive years with 200 hits.
As Dave mentioned, Ichiro's hit Pettitte well in his career. Lefties seem to do better against Pettitte, but this is a nice line drive into right field.
And only 25 to go for Ichiro to join the 2,000 hit club in the big leagues. Of course, he's already got over 3,000 hits, counting his tenure in Japan and here. And Franklin Gutierrez will be the hitter, and the baseball requested by Andy Pettitte.
Be difficult for the guys to try to steal off of Pettitte. He has a great move to first base. He's always had that. So the runners are going to have to really pay attention.
One and maybe the best of all time. Andy Pettitte at picking off runners. He's got everything going for him. He's got the great move. He's left-handed. He's always looking at you.
No arguments from me.
He ever get you?
I don't think so, but I didn't get much of a lead. There's been a couple times it was close over there, I know, and I wasn't going anywhere.
Rarely were you going anywhere.
It was a missed hit and run if I had a stolen base, Dave.
2-0 on Franklin. That's not his good move.
Nope, he has a better one.
And a strike on the outside corner. We were just told that you had 7 career steals.
See? A burner.
Caught stealing 8 times.
Right. Those guys should have put the ball in play. Wasn't my fault. What do you think?
I agree with you. And a line drive base hit to right field, so Ichiro will move up 90 feet to second base. And the Mariners got something brewing here in the first inning.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting. You see that pitch down and away from Gutierrez, and he hits it hard into right field. So both base hits hit line drives into right.
Lopez up there. I don't believe he's going to be bunting here in the first inning. Junior is on deck. Breaking ball down low. Back on the first was July. Headed to beat the Mariners 4-2, going 7 innings at Yankee Stadium. Up here to second base. See Lopez trying to punch the ball also into right field that time and go the other way.
And it's also one of the changes that we've seen in Andy Pettitte over the years. Again, he used to throw a lot of cutters inside. Now he pitches away a little bit more.
And that's away too, and it's going to end up into the right field corner. Mariners going to get a run. And Ichiro's around third. Gutierrez is flying around third and will be held there. And the Mariners lead it 1-0. So Lopez, all 3 hits into right field. And the Mariners 1-0 with 2 out there in scoring position.
And this last pitch is up in the zone. Lopez just goes with it. You can see just above the belt. Nice piece of hitting by Jose Lopez. There were better pitches to Gutierrez and Ichiro. This one, not one of the better pitches by Pettitte, who typically is down in the zone, and Lopez made him pay for it.
Well, here comes Junior, fresh off his exhilarating, emotional bottom half of the 14th inning single on Wednesday. That beat the White Sox 1-0 in the longest 1-0 game in Mariner history. Down low, ball 1 ball and no strikes. A .357 hitter against Pettitte with 3 bombs, 3 home runs. Curveball to him, nicely thrown.
Yankees have played their infield back.
And a ground ball hit to the second baseman. That will get a run in. As Cano will throw out Junior, and Lopez will move on down to third base. So an RBI productive out for Junior to pick up his 39th RBI. And now they'll bring the infield up. They're not going to give Branyan the same opportunity. Nice change. Yankees a 6.5 game lead over the Red Sox coming into this one. One and one. Same pitch.
Throwing cutters away. Take a look at the last pitch. All of them grouping down and away off the plate.
And a fastball that time. Give me the difference between a cutter and a slider.
The slider, you can actually see the spin on the ball, and it's going to break more and not have as much velocity. A cutter is a little bit, the pace of it's a little bit off of his normal fastball, and it's going to be a little late movement. And with Andy Pettitte, it'll be late movement away from the left-handed hitter.
And a swing and a miss. There's the cutter again.
And the cutter's a tough one on hitters because you can't pick up the rotation off of it. It looks like a fastball. Take a look at this last pitch. It's going to start on the outside corner, and then the late movement is what gets Russell Branyan. They threw him a bunch of those pitches. See 85 miles an hour. Pettitte's fastball's 88 to 90. This cutter will be 85, 86.
Strike. Pitch is made. Mariano Rivera, Hall of Famer.
Yeah, and his is the most devastating one you're going to see.
And hand with the count of ball and a strike. Word on Beltre has been told to do nothing, have complete rest for 4 to 5 days. Thank heavens he doesn't have to have surgery.
Yes.
Word not so good on Bedard. He had an inflamed bursa. They cleaned that out. Also found he had a torn labrum. He's going to be in a sling 2 to 3 weeks and no baseball activity 4 to 6 months. Two and two. And got him through a steady diet of cutters to Jack Hanahan. So the Mariners do get 2 here in the first. They leave a runner at third base. And after 1, 2-0, Mariners.
On FSN, The Tracer is brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
And welcome back to Safeco Field. Looks like we got some Cougar fans here tonight. Nice to have them with us. I'm sitting here with a Husky who makes a decision on those fries. Take us to the game a lot. Right from Idaho to get here. Miles driven, too many. Well, here we go into the second inning now. Jorge Posada got the night off last night. Sends a deep fly ball into right center field. And that baby is going to be up against the fence out there. It's up against the fence for a ground rule double. Maybe not a ground rule double. And as Posada was arriving at second base, he was pointing out the fact that that ball got over the fence.
It looked to me like it hit the fence and came back into play. I don't think it went over the fence.
Let's have a look at it from our Coors Light freeze cam. As Franklin goes over there, plants his foot.
It's off the padding.
Yeah.
It comes back into play. I didn't see it hit anybody or go backwards at all and ricochet back onto the field. It looked like it bounced right back into the field of play.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, it hit right on that yellow line. He's got to go over the yellow line and into the stands. And they're going to go over and review this, but they're going to find out exactly what you already know. That was not a home run. That is a leadoff double for Jorge Posada. So they'll go back into the umpire's room, have a review, and we'll be back with that decision right after this. And with you, the umpires are back on the field also. They've just emerged, and here is the verdict: stay at second base. Just as we surmised, that is a leadoff double. And Robinson, Cano will be the hitters. You have a look at it right there. Did not go over the fence. It hit on the yellow line. And Gutierrez came fairly close to getting over there and making that catch. Cano takes the breaking ball for a strike. 1-1. Since that rule came into effect last year, it's been used quite a bit.
Yes, it has. I like it. Do you like it? I think it's worked out well.
I do. And that'll move the runner to third base as Branyan will take it to the bag. One down. They can review it to see whether it's fair or foul, fan interference, or if it left the playing field. Well, it did not leave the playing field. Managers cannot demand a replay. They can ask for one. And in this case, it was asked for. And the crew chief returned to the field, and you saw what he did. Gary Davis said stay at second base. Nick Swisher is the hitter, and the switch hitting right fielder takes a strike. Mariners will concede a run for an out here. Real nice crowd. They're saying maybe close to 40,000 here. Not sure we have 40,000 yet. And he lost him down low. So the second walk in as many innings. And Jerry Hairston continuing to fill in for A-Rod over at third base. Played last night. Alex was originally in the lineup tonight. He was scratched at the last minute with back spasms. He was hit on the elbow in New York day before yesterday and was going to have yesterday off anyway, but he was hurting. And now, after being in the lineup, he was scratched because of a problem with his back. Hairston bunts the ball in the air. That was not a suicide squeeze.
know if he was just bunting on his own. Posada didn't even move or flinch down at third base. He was going to have to lay down a pretty good bunt for Posada to score on it.
Harrison coming over from the Cincinnati Reds. And off the first base side, but into the stands. Harrison from a long lineage of baseball people. His grandpa started in the old Negro Leagues. This is Jerry Harrison Jr. Too high. And a breaking ball, and come to second for one, and double clutching out there at second was Lopez. They had the double play, but Jose Lopez could not find the handle. And coming in to score is Posada to make it a 2-1 ball game.
Looked like Hanahan's throw to second base handcuffed Lopez a little bit. Take another look at it. Ball hit firmly. Gets rid of it. Good shape right there, and then just handcuffs him, and he can't get the handle on it. The runner's not even close to him yet. With Harrison's speed, he beats it out.
Should have been a double play easily. Nothing wrong with the feet at all.
No.
This is Melky Cabrera. Strike to it. And that ball hit into center field, and that will be that here in the second. Yankees get one back on one hit, and they lead one. And as we go to the bottom of the second, it's 2-1 Mariners.
Baseball on FSN is brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino, Seattle's premier entertainment and dining destination.
Well, there we go into the bottom half of the second, and Rob Johnson got some friends here tonight, some fans here from Montana. Takes the first pitch down low, ball one, 1 ball and no strikes. And that's right on the outside corner. A ball and a strike on the likable kid. We watched you as a Maroon. Now we're here to watch you as a Mariner. From Butte Central Catholic High School. Butte Central Maroons.
Looked like he was running a little track.
Did, didn't it?
Yeah.
Cutter down low and inside. He's got himself a little 7-game hitting streak. Straight back. Yankees, of course, the power club in baseball. They've hit more home runs than anybody. 178 home runs. They've hit home runs in 11 consecutive games. And came mighty close to getting another one on that ball hit by Osada.
You look at their lineup, everybody double digits in home runs. 8 out of the 9 guys. Hairston, who has the 1 RBI in the game, is the only guy without double digits.
And a fly ball to right field, right at Swisher. So Nick takes care of that. Josh Wilson last night was accountable for the only Mariner run. It is 3rd major league home run in his career, when he went deep against C.C. Sabathia, just over the wall in left field, just inside the foul pole. 1-1 on him. Jack Wilson still on the sideline, the Mariners' #1 shortstop, day to day, with that hamstring. There again at the knees. 2-2. Full count again. On deck is Michael Saunders.
It's really trying to mix things up. He's thrown every pitch to Wilson so far. A little bit unusual early in the game. Get down towards the bottom of the lineup. He would like to go right after guys, but Pettine's still throwing his curveball and changeup. A couple of cutters inside to Wilson. Giving him a lot to look at.
And line foul down the right field line.
Do you think this will be Pettine's last year?
I don't know. When a guy like Mussina, who won 20 last year, walks away, I don't think Pettit needs his money. So he's called out on strikes on that good two-seamer right on the outside corner at the knees. And that's already his 3rd strikeout. But he's 37 years of age. What do you think?
I think he'll pitch again. I think he's having a nice year. 9 wins coming into the game tonight. ERA just over 4. He's pitched well this year.
This have to be a thrill for Michael Saunders, playing his first series against the Yankees. Almost got him. Struck out a couple of times, went 0 for 3 against Sabathia. Just heat that time.
3 fastballs to Saunders. Saunders sitting over there in the dugout watching him pitch to Ken Griffey Jr. and Branyan. Hand to hand, throwing a lot of breaking balls. He hasn't thrown one to him yet.
Barely misses with that fastball. 2-2. In the dirt.
Pettit's thrown a lot of pitches so far. 43 pitches for him here in just the second inning.
20 pitches in the inning. And a swing and a miss at a breaking ball, and that's 4 strikeouts for the veteran left-hander Andy Pettitte. We go to the 3rd inning of play, still 2-1 Mariners. It's turned out to be a rather lovely night, although it's a little cool, 64 degrees. As we get set to go into the 3rd, let's give you the Aflac Trivia Inquisition. 40 years ago, 2 notable events began this weekend in New York State. One was immediately significant, while the other's importance wouldn't be known for several weeks. Can you name these events? No, I can't.
Neither can I.
Derek Jeter. The ground ball fouled on the 3rd baseline. And it's down low inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. I think I know one of them.
Okay.
Woodstock.
Wow.
In Bethel, New York. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Derek Jeter.
Which one of it? Which one of those 2 events was it?
That was the one that was non-baseball related. Woodstock, the music festival. Curveball swing toward the hole. To plug it up nicely, Josh Wilson to throw him out.
So is that the one that you didn't know about for a couple of weeks later, the significance of it? Or
I don't think they knew the significance of that for
years?
A year later, yeah. And the other one is baseball related, 1969. Anything to do with Tom Seaver?
Maybe. The Mets.
And a breaking ball high and inside, ball one. One ball, no strikes. About a no-no.
Okay.
2-0 the count. On Johnny Damon. And a fly ball. No problem at all for Franklin Gutierrez getting over there. It's time to roll out the red carpet once again. Volume 2 of the Mariners Classic commercials debuts on Friday, August the 28th. That's when the Royals will be here, and the first 20,000 fans picking up a DVD featuring TBS. Swinging a drive into deep right field, and Ichiro will go over and make the catch for out number 3. That DVD courtesy of FSN, and for more information or to purchase tickets, you can visit Mariners.com/DVD. Fine, easy, quick. Third inning for Ryan Rowland. At the ballpark tonight, watching the Mariners and the Yankees as Ichiro takes the delivery down low. Ball one ball, no strikes. One of the nicest men you'd ever want to meet. One of the great announcers in the history of the NBA, Kevin Calabro. Ichiro, another base hit. 56th game this year. He's had 2 or more hits. Maybe he's staring down 200 in a hurry.
And when you consider he missed, what, the first week and a half of the season?
His first 8 games.
Yeah. Fooled on the pitch a little bit, but we've seen this before. Pitch actually out of the strike zone.
Of course, Ichiro leading the Japanese team to the WBC title again. And suffering ulcers, bad ulcers, after that run to the championship. And the Mariners had to put him on the DL. He didn't want to go on the DL. But I think in retrospect, it was a wise decision. Cutter, low. Ball 2-0.
Pettis seems to be getting a little frustrated with home plate umpire Jerry Davis. Pitches inside to the left-handers and the righties. He's not getting the call right now.
Outside. Pettit putting that glove up right underneath his nose and looking in almost gives you a Sven Galley look. Look at that. There it is. If eyes could kill. And too high and outside. So 4-pitch walk. Let's give you the answer to our trivia question. Our Aflac trivia question. And was two notable events began 40 years ago this weekend in New York State. One immediately significant. The other one, in importance, wouldn't be known for several, say, weeks. I would say months, if not even years. Of course, the amazing Mets began their miracle run to the World Series on this date. They were 10 down. Finished 8 up. It was a complete collapse by the Chicago Cubs. Any Cub fan can tell you about that. And the other one we guessed, Woodstock, and certainly Tom Seaver was part of the New York Mets resurgence that year. Strike on the inside corner on 1. So we're going to put the stake in the ground and complain and declare victory with that one. Do you mind?
No, I think we absolutely had it right. Yeah. Sure.
1 strike on Lopez. Change.
Done pretty well. 114-2 so far this year. Keep trying, Curtis. Keep trying.
And a breaking ball that time. 2 strikes on Jose Lopez. Mariners have themselves held their own since the All-Star game. They're a game over 500. But the Yankees have just separated themselves from everybody else.
Boston is losing 4-2 to the Rangers in the 8th. Tampa Bay has lost tonight to Toronto 5-2.
Angels got creamed by Baltimore. And a change. Barely missed.
Heading is not working at the same pace that Ryan Rowland Smith is.
No, especially when he gets guys on. He'll take a lot of time.
He will, and he's struggling with the strike zone. 55 pitches, 31 strikes, 24 balls for him. I think he has a little bit of frustration going on, again, with the home plate umpire.
And a high pop-up into straightaway left field. One down. Johnny Damon makes that catch. Saturday, August the 29th. Gather your girlfriends and head out to Safeco Field for Girls' Night Out. At the Mariners Royals game, the first 10,000 women, 21 and over, taking home a stylish reusable bag. Plus, there'll be manicures, massages, and more surprises throughout the night. Get your tickets at mariners.com. Here's Junior. Drove in a run with a ground ball to second in the first inning. Strike is called to him. The Cubs, who were swept by the Phillies, completely frustrated by the Phillies, opened up a series with the Pirates today and took it out on them, 17-2. Threw it away.
Gutierrez didn't have that big a lead. That's a play that looked like Teixeira put on before. Andy Petty, you could see him looking at home, stepped off, looked over again. But Gutierrez clearly wasn't going anywhere.
Junior says, man, you're taking way too much time for me. And still, Posada.
These guys have
having problems.
And these guys have worked together for years.
Yeah.
So you would think they'd be on the same page, but clearly Pettit, throughout the game so far, has struggled trying to figure out what it is he wants to do. Again, 57 pitches for him with just one out in the third.
And a fastball swung on, and it's popped up. So the infield fly we will call as Jeter takes care of that. And Mr. Brannigan will be the hitter. Russell struck out in the first inning. Pettit has fanned 4. And a fly ball into right field. And moving over to make the catch out there is Swisher to retire to the side. So the Mariners leave a couple out there as we get set to go to the 4th. And it's still the Mariners 2, Yankees 1.
rewind. Mariners with a 2-1 lead over the New York Yankees, top of the fourth. And you know they're going to need more than just two here against the highest scoring team in the American League. Dave Sims along with Mike Blowers got to get going here.
Well, they do. They had an opportunity last inning. First two batters get on base for the Mariners. Can't get anything out of it. See this fly ball to center field. But Ryan Roll-Smith's throwing the ball well. He had a chance to not give up any runs on a double play ball that Jose Lopez had double clutched on and couldn't turn. So he's winning the game 2-1, but yeah, you'd certainly like to see the Mariners score a few more runs, especially if they have an opportunity like they had last inning, first and second, nobody out.
Have to continue to grind on. Here's Jorge Posada, doubled off the wall in right center field. His first time up. Swing and miss. Jorge back after a hand injury a couple of days ago against Toronto. And the finale was a game-winning 11th inning base hit by Robinson Cano, and in that game, Posada took one off his hand, so he sat out yesterday. Breaking ball, 1-1.
You can see Ryan Roll-Smith, nice job. First pitch strikes 12 out of the 14 batters.
All in 2 strikes. Ryan Roll-Smith getting a pitch against Andy Pettitte, a guy that he's always admired. And when Ryan discovered baseball and really started paying attention to it back in Newcastle, Australia, favorite pitcher, Andy Pettitte. Big left hand down low. Nice stop by Rob Jones. Posada, part of the core group of the Yankees that been part of their great run since 1996. Posada, Girardi, who's the manager now, was part of that 96 club. Mariano Rivera, Jeter, Andy Pettitte, back in that 96 club. John Wetland, now the bullpen coach for the Mariners, was the closer that year, and Mariano Rivera was the 8th inning setup guy. 2-2. Here's John Wetland playing his guitar in the clubhouse today. He was playing a whole bunch of power chord, a lot of 70s classic rock, playing little bits and pieces of it. The guys are enjoying that. Strike 3 call. Posada's gone. Boy, he did not like that call by Jerry Davis. 2 down here in the 4th. Second strikeout for Ryan Roll-Smith.
Take a look at slow breaking ball from Ryan Roll-Smith. He's thrown a bunch of these. Posada thought that pitch was up, but Jerry Davis gives him a nod, strikes him out.
Two down here in the 4th for Cano. Cano starting the day tied with Derek Jeter, 147 hits. Second behind each row, most hits in the American League. Bad second baseman batting in the 6th hole with 18 homers and 60 runs batted in. How about the Angels getting crushed at Baltimore 16-6? Jared Weaver gave up 6 runs in the 1st inning. Chris Tillman got the win for the Orioles. Off the fist of Cano. Orioles make that Texas now 4-2 over Boston. Top of the 9th. That's in Arlington, Texas. So you could have, if Texas holds on, we'll have a new wild card leader. One, 2 to Robinson Cano. Ryan won his last start. It was against Tampa Bay on Sunday. And pitch fouled off again. So Jared Washburn, a bounce back victory for him, going 8 innings, 3 hits. Scoreboard brought to you by Washington's Lottery. Breaking ball pulled. Backhanded by Branyan. Feeds to Smith. Ryan Roland Smith in a 1-2-3 fourth inning. Smitty now has retired 7 in a row. He's got a 2-1 lead. Brought to you by Sterling Savings Bank, now more than ever. By Pizza Hut, get loads of melty cheese with the stuffed crust pizza, only from Pizza Hut. And by Les Schwab, celebrating over 50 years of pride and performance. Jack Hanahan leading off. Glad you could join us here. Mariner baseball game 2 of a 4-game set with the New York Yankees. Hanahan, Johnson, and Wilson 6, 7, and 8 against Pettit. First time up, Andy struck out Hanahan on a 2-2 pitch, and he really pounded him with stuff right under his hands. Mariners 4-3 on this homestand. Love to get a win here to even up this series. Good pitch by Pettit. Back to the Yankee people, Joe Girardi and company said Pettit, his last several starts, the cutter has really been a very effective pitcher.
He's thrown it a lot tonight. As you mentioned, he threw some pitches inside to Hanahan, but typically he's going away just like that last pitch.
Three and 2 to Hanny with Rob Johnson on deck. Mariners 2 runs on 3 hits in the first inning against Pettit. Had a chance for more in the third. First and second, nobody out. Then 3 flyouts ended that inning. Full count to Hanahan. Drive to left center field. Johnny Damon goes back there, makes the catch. Bring up the catcher, Rob Johnson. Got some decisions to make. Not Pettit, but Johnny Damon and Matsui, free agents into this season. Damon's having a really good year with 22 homers and 67 runs batted in. Found a heck of a stroke at the new Yankee Stadium. Ball 1 to Rob Johnson. He lined out to Swisher and right his first time up. Boston's closed the gap a little bit. It's 4-3 Texas now, top of the ninth in Arlington. 2-0. They get 3-0 to Rob Johnson. Rob came into tonight's game 1 for 3 against Andy Pettit.
Over on the radio side, you notice Pettit and Jerry Davis, home plate umpire Jerry Davis, looking at each other a little bit.
Yeah. Christmas cards? No, not in the works. I don't think so. 3-1.
It's funny because you would think, you know, a pitcher of the caliber of Andy Pettit, the things that he's gone through, he would get the benefit of the doubt more times than not. But Jerry Davis was making him put it on the plate.
Funny you mention it, because I was talking to Ian Snell about that today. I said he was saying that, you know, there was a couple of pitches last night. He said he admitted, hey, it wasn't great, but there's some pitches I couldn't get. And I said, well, you're in a new league and trying to reestablish yourself.
Right. Yeah, that's absolutely the truth.
3-2. Swing and a miss. 5 strikeouts now for Pettit. 2 outs here in the 4th. Check out the Banner Bank building to the future. Matt Tuiasosopo swinging a bat really well the last 11 games. 395, 8 runs, 4 homers, 18 ribbies, 9. Wow, 9 games with RBIs. That's impressive. Congratulations. Brother Marcus in the house tonight throughout the first pitch. Their strength coach from University of Washington football program. Josh Wilson struck out looking in a 3-2 pitch. Back in second. Back up the middle. I bet Josh Wilson a broken bat base hit with 2 outs.
Josh Wilson in his swing hits it right off the end of the bat, broke his bat, but ended up with a base hit up the middle.
You know, I was talking to Snell before the game, and the other thing he noted is that this American League, as compared to all, you know, he spent the better part of 4 years with the Pirates in the National League. Man, everybody over here can hit. Said, yep. You noticed that, didn't you?
Well, doesn't help that he gets the Rangers in Arlington and then the Yankees here. You know.
Hey, kid, what are you doing the next 5 days? Well, you got the Rangers, and you do it. Saunders a strikeout victim as well. Mariners trying to build something with 2 outs here. Well, the Yankees last night 11-1 and 15 hits, left 7 men on. CC Sabathia was just flat brilliant. 8 innings, 1 run ball, 3 hits, 2 walks, 10 Ks. Talked to him before the game. I said, was that your best slider of the year? And he said, absolutely. It really was. Pettit sure is running up a nice career. 7 World Series, 6 with the Yankees, 1 with Houston. Throughout his career in the playoffs and the World Series for the Yankees, he's been a guy in this game 3, got to have it, kind of wins, turned in a bunch. That low strike going after Saunders, 1-2. Pettit just 1-5 here at Safeco Field, 4.26 ERA. Overall, it's 10-11 against the Mariners in 21 starts, 4.58 ERA. 1-2. I was surprised it took him so long, he and the Yankees so long late in spring training. I guess it might be before spring training, but it got late to sign. Where else is he going to go at 37? And Big Dollar said he was looking for. He wasn't going to command, and they have to run dead to rights. Wilson is out, and Andy Pettit has picked off another one. Wilson out 1-3-6, and that'll do it for the Mariners here in the 4th inning. Back with more right after this. 2-1 Mariners. Just around the corner, so why not go back to school in style? The Ken Griffey Jr. Backpack. That's right. Sunday, August 30th, Mariners-Royals game. All kids 14 and under. Take home this unique backpack courtesy of Pepsi, Hagen, and Top Foods. For tickets, visit mariners.com. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, and the FSN crew here at Safeco Field. Saturday and Sunday games here with the Yankees, and then Mariners back out on the road for a quick one. Cleveland, Detroit, and Cleveland. Nick Swisher to lead it off. Swisher with a walk his first time up. This will be 7, 8, 9 in the Yankee order. Ryan Roland Smith has retired his last 7 batters. Long drive, deep left field. Down the line. That ball is foul.
Take another look at it. Yep, right behind the foul pole.
Ryan Gorman, the third base umpire.
That thing stayed fair a lot longer than I thought it was going to. It looked to me like he was out in front of it and hooked it a little bit, but it stayed pretty straight down the line.
Breaking ball 1 and 2. Nick Swisher against Ryan Roland Smith here in the 5th inning. Smitty wants to work at a Mark Burley type pace. Certainly did the first inning. Swing and a miss. Took a lot off of that at 82 miles an hour. Strikeout Ryan Roland Smith, his 3rd. 1 down here in the 5th.
Take another look at it. It's a fastball up and in, and Swisher can't get to it.
He was way out front. Bring up Jerry Hairston Jr. 3 strikeouts, 2 walks for Ryan Roland Smith. Hairston calls time. Laughing at with Harrison stepping out and Ryan Roland Smith getting hacked off, and he wants to go. It's amazing. Smitty's ready to go, man. He is ready to rock. Jerry's got this routine, and Ryan Roland Smith is not interested.
I'll tell you what, home plate umpire Jerry Davis doesn't have to give Harris the timeout. Harrison the timeout just because he's asking for it. He's asking for it pretty late.
Yep.
If Ryan starts his motion, I don't think you should give it to him.
I agree with you. Different pace. We were talking to a couple of people the other day about MLB Network, and they run the old games, and you look at games from a generation or 2 ago, and 9 innings in less than a little more than 2 hours. Popped up. Johnson's got the play. 2 outs. And things have changed. I mean, that's going to happen. I mean, guys can step out the way they do now. And Jerry's got his ritual. Mike Sweeney's got. Everybody's got their little deal. Mike Hargrove started with the gloves and everything. No more. I mean, guys will step a foot out, get back in, let's go. But now everybody has their little idiosyncratic things where it's like they do it every time. And if you get a pitcher like Smitty ready to work here, it balances things up. It's just interesting to watch that cat and mouse game between those 2 guys. Are you a big routine guy in terms of that?
Yeah, but I think everybody is. Some guys obviously are longer than others. But on Harrison's side of it, if Ryan is working fast and he's in a good rhythm and pitching well, that's a little bit of gamesmanship too. Try to slow him down a little bit, and that's okay.
You should do it if you're going against a guy that's trying to go that quickly. 0-2. Bouncing ball. Hanahan scoop. Throw. Melky runs well. Beat it out. Fast runner Cabrera. And the slow roller beats it out.
Well, he was fooled on the pitch, and Hanahan comes in and gets rid of it quickly. But as you mentioned, Cabrera runs well. Wow, that was close.
Mariners are halfway to the dugout thinking that it's going to be an out.
You were talking about Burley the other night, too, in his pace. The one guy that I saw taking his time more than usual was Franklin Gutierrez getting in the box. He was taking a long time to get in the box. It was just to slow him down a little bit.
Right. He better. Here's Jeter, top of the order. Look out. Jeter tonight with a strikeout and a ground out to shortstop. Minka Kelly from Friday Night Lights, Derek Jeter's current girlfriend. Friday Night Lights was a fabulous book by Buzz Bissinger, a TV show very successful about Texas high school football. 1-2 to Jeter. Two outs, one on. Mariners by a run. The pitch to Jeter. Down. Oh, it gets away. Melky Cabrera takes second. Wild pitch charge to Ryan Roland Smith. Tying run moves up. Don Wakamatsu would love a punch out right here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Man at second, and Derek Jeter wearing number 2. Yes, deuces are wild. The pitch. Hanahan. Oh, it gets through everybody. Here comes Cabrera. Tie ball game.
It looked like Hanahan going across blocked the view of Josh Wilson, the shortstop. Take another look at it. It's in the hole. Hanahan tries to go get it. And Wilson just whipped it completely. Didn't even get leather on it.
Just like that. 2-2 game. Big 2-out RBI by Derek Jeter.
Well, a couple of mistakes so far. We saw the double play earlier in the game that was not turned. That ended up being a run. And then that ball right there, even if they can't make the play, you have to knock it down. Keep the runner from scoring.
Now you got Johnny Damon, 22 home runs, 67 runs batted in. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Certainly want to get out of here because you got Teixeira, Matsui, and Posada to follow. Back with a strike, 1-1. Pitch at 1-1. 1-2 now to Damon. Been on a heck of a tear, Johnny Damon. Last 10 games, a 395 clip. Ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs with Jeter at first. They're expecting a crowd of 40,000 tonight. I don't know if they got quite that, but the lower bowl and mezzanine level certainly filled in rather nicely. The 1-2 to Damon. Swung on and missed. He struck him out, but the Yankees, they do tie it up with a big 2-out RBI single by Derek Jeter. 2-2 ball game. Baseball on FSN is brought to you by Wilcox Farms. Celebrating Wilcox Farms' 100th anniversary. Remember, buy local, buy fresh, buy Wilcox Farms eggs. And by Taco Del Mar, home of the $4.99 Mondo Burrito. Festive crowd here at Safeco Field on a nice Friday evening. Pleasant temperatures in the mid-60s. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers with you. Second of a 4-game set. Michael Saunders will lead off. He was at bat 2-2 pitch. Andy Pettit picked off Josh Wilson, and that ended the 4th inning. That Mariner lead didn't hold up for so long, and that's not a surprise. 2-0 here to Saunders.
Well, you talked about it earlier. The guys are going to have to score a few more runs. You know that the Yankees offense is pretty good, and they like to pound the baseball. If you're going to at least feel better, you like to get a 2 or 3 run lead off of them. Give you a little bit of a cushion.
Kind of line. You look at, give you an idea of the kind of year the Yankees are having. Get the best record in baseball starting today, 72-43. Second in batting average in the AL, first in hits, runs, homers, RBIs, walks, 6th in steals. And they hit 260 with runners in scoring position. Jabba Chamberlain, saw him there. He's going to be a pitcher on Sunday. 2-2 to Saunders. Sergio Mitre tomorrow and Jabba Chamberlain on Sunday. 2-2. Pettit tonight has struck out 5 and walked 1. Gave up 2 runs on 3 hits. Since then, he's given up just 2 hits. Down goes Saunders. Strikeout number 6 for Pettit. 1 down here in the 5th. How about the Texas Rangers and the Boston Red Sox battling for the wild card lead? Frank Francisco on the mound, the closer for the for the Texas Rangers. Victor Martinez, the newest Red Sox, 2-run double. 5-4. Texas, they get a Jason Bay RBI single and a J.D. Drew 2-run homer, and now have an 8-4 lead. Bottom of the 9th. Red Sox starting the day half game ahead of Texas in a wild card chase, and the Red Sox 6.5 behind the Yankees in the American League East. 1-1 to Ichiro, calls time. I think he's really been pounding Ichiro in. And then last night, how about the slider that CC Sabathia got Ichiro, and a couple of Ichiro struck out in the 8th inning, and he waved at a pitch. That slider was so good that Ichiro couldn't even foul it off. There's a strike.
CC last night, as you mentioned earlier, had one of the better sliders you're going to see in the league. Had a hard slider, was able to take a little bit off for a bigger break when he wanted to. His command was really good last night, throwing hard, topped out at 97 miles an hour.
1-2 to Ichiro. Sabathia, growing up in Bay Area, was a big-time high school football player. Was a tight end, and after the way he pitched last night, I'm sure the Mariners wished that he had gone on and followed in the footsteps of his favorite tight end, Tony Gonzalez. Down low. 2-2. Two to Ichiro. A couple of base hits to right tonight. A run scored. Nobody on it. Pettit is taking a lot of time.
And he's throwing a lot of pitches here in the 5th inning. This will be 90.
Swing and a miss. Boy, that was some pitch. 2 outs, 7 strikeouts now for Pettit. Take a look at the race for 300. Will we see another one? Well, let's see. Andy Pettit at 37's got 224. Hudson Halliday Oswalt, and Burley. I think I'll take of that group. And here's the other group at 29. You got CC at 130, Johan Santana 122. Boy, I think if I like Halliday's chances. He can keep rolling. I like the way he's been pitching. I think CC, big strong guy, about 280 pounds, which makes it work for him. I think his chances are pretty good as well.
Gives you an idea what a big number that is. That's a pretty good list of pitchers on there, and guys aren't even halfway to it.
Tight to Gutierrez, 1-1. Yeah, that's you marvel at what, particularly in this day and age, Greg Maddux and guys like that, Glavine and those guys that get 300 plus. A lot of consistency. 2 outs here in the Mariners' 5th. Gutierrez 1 for 1, a run scored and a walk tonight. Goody 5 for 11 with a home run against Andy Pettit. Changed speeds very nicely. Called strike 2. Deuce is wild again. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Shall do it again. Bennett did himself really good when he came back talking about the performance enhancing drugs. He said, yeah, I did it. Sorry, won't do it again. And you know what? I don't think he's certainly not any worse for wear. Certainly created a whole bunch of headlines, particularly in New York and a decent amount around the country. Here we go, 2-2. And in the chase, strikes out this side. He's got 8 Ks on the night in a 2-2 ball game. Game of a 4-game set with the New York Yankees in town. The first of 2 visits. The Yankees will be back in September 17, 18, 19, and 20. And conclude the next to last homestand for the Mariners. Mark Teixeira to lead off. Strike 1 to Mark. Mark with a walk and a line out deep to right center field. Caught by Ichiro. Down to Hanahan. 1 out. That's a big one. Keep that big guy off the bags. Here comes Matsui. What a night he had last night. Two-run homers, 4 for 5. 5 runs batted in. Oh, he was relentless. He hit the ball hard pretty much every time up.
First home run he hit was just a blue darter into the seats, wasn't it?
Ooh. Second one wasn't too shabby either. Lopez throw him out, 2 outs. Smoother, quieter, greener way to travel. Ride Sound Transit's Link Light Rail from Tukwila to Seattle. 10 stops along the way. Here comes the catcher, Jorge Posada. Posada doubled off the right center field wall and struck out looking. Long at bat back in the 4th. Ryan Rowland-Smith had a couple of tough breaks that have gotten both runs on the board for the Yankees tonight. This one popped up. Rob Johnson will take a look. And it does not come back to him. Red Sox closed out Texas 8-4, so they pick up full game on Texas in a wild card race. And the Mariners 6 back. Big curveball gets Posada looking. A beauty from Ryan Rowland-Smith, an 8-pitch 6th inning. That's his 5th strikeout. Score remains tied at 2. Field right now. We'll take a look at the Mariners calendar, brought to you by Sleep Country USA. Finish up with the Yankees this weekend. Day off, travel day Monday. 3 in Detroit, 3 in Cleveland. Second trip there, and then come home for another long homestand. It's going to be the Oakland Athletics, followed by Kansas City, and then the Angels. Jose Lopez to lead it off here in the 6th. Lopez with an RBI double and a fly out. Pettit been throwing him a lot of off-speed stuff, paying him off, throwing his timing off several times tonight. By Lopez straight away, not too deep. Lopez followed by Griffey and Brandon here, 3, 4, and 5 for the Mariners.
Pettit with 98 pitches. With the Yankee bullpen guys up throwing.
action down there. Fredo with Sevis down for the Yankees in their bullpen. But the Mariners can get this offense, get it untracked. 0-2 outside. Randy Pettit, triple digits right here. He's got a 1-2 count to Lopez. Two and two. Mariners' #1 team in the American League in ERA. Joe Girardi's team is 8th, but then when you look at the Mariner offense, 9th in batting average, 8th in hits, last in runs, 12th in homers, and last in walks. Yet still having a really good year at 60-55 doing that pitching. Swing and a miss. Lopez gone. How about Pettit now? That's 4 consecutive strikeouts. He's got 9 on the night. Coming up tomorrow night, it'll be Sergio Mitre against Luke French.
Pettit trying to keep pace with Sabathia. Sabathia with 10 strikeouts last night.
He got his. Sabathia in the 8th. We're in the 6th here, and Pettit sitting on 9, including 4 in a row. Junior with an RBI ground out and a pop out. Strike one, got a piece of it. Junior with good numbers against Pettit, entering tonight a .357 hitter, 3 home runs and 8 runs batted in.
See him trying to throw that cutter inside to Junior. Started off the plate, try to catch the inside corner. He's missed with 2 of them in a row.
Sada sets up outside, back up the middle. Jeter can't get it. Base hit Griffey. 1 out base runner here in the 6th for the Mariners. So Junior 1 for 3 with an RBI tonight. And that'll bring up Russell Branyan. First pitch swinging last time. He flied out to right, but a great effort by Jeter, and a ball hit nicely up back up the middle by Junior. So Griffey's aboard. Branyan struck out in the 1st, flied out in the 3rd. Got him on a breaking ball in the 1st inning. Ball 1 to Branyan. Branyan with a prodigious home run off of the visitlasvegas.com sign on Monday. There's that breaking ball again. Ran it up there at 77 miles per hour.
And that was the difference for Pettit. See the 96 pickoffs, most in Major League Baseball, but pitch was in the middle of the plate. Branyan had a pretty good hack at it, but he was out in front.
1-1. Called strike by Jerry Davis. 1-2. And he steps out. See the blue sign to your right, folks? There it is. Visit Las Vegas. What a shot Monday night by Russell Branyan. That was against the Chicago White Sox. Still no word on whether he's got a free trip to Vegas for doing that. Swing and a miss. Branyan goes down. That's now 10 strikeouts for Andy Pettit. 2 outs here in the 6th. He's 37 years old. He's been around the block several times. Andy Pettit having a really good game here. 2 runs, 3 hits in the 1st inning. 3 hits since, including the one by Griffey here in the 6th. Steady daddy, that breaking ball.
And it looks like he has a pretty good feel for it. Now, earlier in the game, he was missing with it, but now it looks like he's able to throw it for a strike early in the count.
Hanahan drives on the left field. Damon going back, track, got it. Gave it a good ride, but Johnny Damon ran it down. Ernest get a base hit, leave him stranded. Hanahan gave him a good ride. 2-2 ball game.
On FSN, The Tracer is brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
Couple of lefties getting after tonight. Ryan Roland Smith, who grew up idolizing Andy Pettit. They've matched a 2-2 ball game here. It's top of the 7th. It'll be Robinson Cano, Nick Swisher, and Jerry Hairston Jr. 6, 7, and 8. And glad to see those kids down there. They get in the good seats and they're well protected. Good parenting. Ryan Roland Smith, who's clearly the biggest consumer and producer on Twitter for the Mariners, tweeted earlier that his sister's watching in Hong Kong. To say hello to her. Lopez stares out the bat. Cano one out. Talking to Ryan the other day, said his mother was pretty excited about seeing him pitch against the Yankees. And he's put up a nice performance tonight with 5 strikeouts, 2 walks, giving up 2 runs on 3 hits, and with a little bit of luck, he's up 2-0.
Right. I think he could easily be throwing a shutout right now.
Had a double. Taylor made double play 2nd inning, and on the turn, Lopez getting a throw from Hanahan, couldn't get it out of his glove quickly enough, and that allowed Posada to score from 3rd. And then in the 5th, they had a Jeter base hit that bled through the 3rd baseman and the shortstop into left field, scoring Melky Cabrera. Cabrera had reached base on a 2-out infield grounder where he hustled down the line and just beat the throw. Swisher now 1-1. Sean White starting to heat up here. There's another strike from Ryan Roland Smith.
Ryan's in good shape with his pitch count. Just 92 pitches for him so far.
once in a while, this person gets some attention from the fans in the ballpark. And it is a young lady. I've been going to games for a long time. I think it's the first time I've seen a young lady make a run on the field.
I don't think I've seen it before. I think it's a smart move by Ryan Rowland-Smith, though.
Keep throwing.
Yeah, he asked one plate umpire, Jerry Davis, if he can keep throwing, so he's thrown some pitches in between while he's had to wait.
We move to further action in this ball game with a 1-2 count to Nick Swisher. 7th inning, 1 out. I don't know if you're old enough to remember the Notre Dame replays on Sunday mornings. We'd come back from church, and Notre Dame college football telecasts weren't what they are now. It would be a big deal to watch Notre Dame and Lindsey Nelson, God rest his soul, one of the greatest of all time. After a series of punts, so we move to further action in the 3rd quarter. Down low. That has become, I think that's a part of lexicon of a lot of, certainly sportscasters in my age group. We remember that really well. And if you go back a generation or two before that on radio, they were doing recreations of games. Here's the 3-2 to Swisher. Popped it up, playable. Lopez going back. And he takes charge, and he's got it. Ryan Rowland-Smith now. He's retired the last 6 hitters. He's got 2 outs here in the 7th, and he'll face Jerry Hairston Jr. It's been a cat and mouse game. Jerry going through his routine, looking at the bat, stepping in, wants to take his time. Ryan Rowland-Smith is ready to go. Jerry fouled out to Rob Johnson his last time up. There his brother Scott plays for the Oakland Athletics now. Dad, Jerry Hairston Sr., was a very good pinch hitter in the late 70s, early 80s. His dad, Sam, played in Negro Leagues and one of the first African Americans in the American League. The 0-1. Good pitch.
Yankees still have their bullpen going, so it looks like Pettit's night is finished. Got a nice outing.
2 runs, 3 hits for the Yankees. 2 runs, 6 hits for the Mariners. Ryan Rowland-Smith certainly deserved much better fate. Could be up 2-0. A pitch of Hyde. Good looking line turned in by Ryan Rowland-Smith, who won his last start Sunday against Tampa Bay, went 6 2/3. Little number. Goody coming in. Got it. Yes, sir. Smitty's retired the last 7. A strong 7 he's pitched. He's got a 2-2 game. Rooney coming in to pitch for the Yankees. for Rally Prize here at Safeco Field. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, and the FSN crew. Lindsay's got the goods out there, and some people have written in asking why Lindsay's carrying a microphone lot so she can relay the information as to who the stars of this segment are and where they're from, and tell them what they've won.
Well, I gave Lindsay the opportunity to pick the sign tonight, and of course she went with the one that talked about her beautiful eyes, because last night I sent her out in the left field bleachers for the one sign with all the Yankee fans around. They were booing her, so she didn't want to go to that again.
So the folks from Richland, Washington, here's first pitch swinging. Rob Johnson fouls it off. Here's the good news. They have Mariner gear on tonight. Ryan Bruni, the new pitcher. Andy Pettit. Nice game tonight. 6 innings. 2 runs, both earned 6 hits. A walk and 10 Ks, season high. Fly ball right field, swisher, no problem right there. So Andy Pettit, very impressive performance tonight. As he goes 6 innings. 37-year-old left-hander. Here's Brian Bruni. They're in interleague play. They're playing the New York Mets. So K-Rod had to be separated from him during, I think it was going into the 3rd game of the series at Citi Field. Bruni objected in print to some of this histrionics that K-Rod goes through when he finishes off a game.
Right.
And it almost got ugly during a pregame thing. There was video of K-Rod walking out towards left field towards Bruni.
And
nothing. No damage was recorded, as thankfully David Wright and a few other guys were able to grab him and grab hold of K-Rod. K-Rod was going out to get this guy.
During batting practice?
Yes, sir. They were almost playing the feud. Back up the middle, Melky, good jump, got it. Stung nicely by Josh Wilson, 2 outs. Take a look at our Quest high-speed pitch. Andy Pettit at 92. Ditto Ryan Rowland-Smith. A real thrill for Ryan Rowland-Smith to pitch against one of his idols, Andy Pettit.
He's done a really nice job tonight. He's pitched in a lot. We talked about that before the game, that he was going to have to do that, and had a good changeup. Mariners have their bullpen going, so it looks like Ryan might be finished for the evening.
Young Michael Saunders. Bruni back with a strike. Bruni wrapped up things last night in the 9th inning.
Mark Lowe.
He's been on one terrific roll.
He's been pitching a lot lately.
1 and 2. Killer slider. Thrown very well of late by Mark Lowe. 2 and 2 to Saunders. Little looper. Damon not going to get it. A 2-out base hit. Here comes Ichiro.
Well, Saunders, who was having a tough night, struck out a couple of times. Someone jams him, hits him on the label of the bat, dumps it into left field. Now that Pettit's out of the game, the Mariners have a better chance of trying to steal a base.
Saunders 1 for 1. Comes their pitching coach, Dave Island, right-hander, pitched with the Yankees for a little bit. Ichiro tonight with a base hit and a run scored in the first. Got a base hit in the third and a strikeout in the fifth. A 2-for-3 night. Ichiro with 7 home runs tonight, this season. 10 days ago was his last home run. That was in Kansas City. If you're watching our batting practice show, you've seen the show that he can put on. This wouldn't be a bad time for him to be, if he can get a hold of one and ride one out of here. Ichiro, 2 hits tonight. He's got 171 on the season. 29 from another 200-hit season. His 9th. Nobody's ever done it 9 consecutive times. Diving back Saunders. What a run of emotions the Mariners have had the last 48 hours. A win would do them good here tonight. 1-0. Bunt fouled back.
Harrison, the third baseman, was playing back quite a bit. If he gets that down, he'd have no chance to get him.
A couple of nights ago, 14 innings. Griffey wins it with game-winning base hit. Last night, a blowout. Well-played game here, well-pitched game here tonight. Decent lead for Saunders at first. Don Wakamatsu trying to get win number 5 in this 10-game homestand. Ball club's 4-3. 1-2. How'd you like the being participant in the bullpen pre-game show?
I didn't mind it at all. Fun to talk baseball. Were you today? Yesterday? When did you do it?
I was in yesterday.
What'd you think?
It was good. I like it. As a kid, used to love watching BP. Be on tomorrow at 6, the BP show. The other way, remains at 1-2.
Huge gap out in left center field. Damon, the left fielder, is playing over towards the line. Cabrera pretty much straight away. Same with Swisher and Wright.
Saunders runs well. You've seen him gobble up a lot of ground with those long strides of his. Joe Girardi in his second year as manager of the Yankees. Did not make the playoffs last year. A 1-2 to Ichiro. Rooney may be slower than Pettit was at his slowest point tonight. He's ready. 1-2. Good lead, Saunders. Puts it in play. Hairston short way, hitting over. Mariners get Saunders aboard. That's it. 7 in the books in a 2-2 game at Safeco.
FSN is brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, welcoming country's own Clint Black August 22nd. For tickets, go to emeraldqueen.com.
Game 2 on the 4-game set against the Yankees. Mariner baseball. Glad you could join us, everybody, as we take a look at the numbers on Ryan Rowland-Smith. Good start here tonight.
He was really good tonight. He actually had a pretty good chance of shutting the Yankees out. A couple of unfortunate mistakes cost him a couple of runs, but he really had it all working tonight. Good breaking ball, some good changeups. Pretty good fastball tonight, too. His fastball is consistently 91, 92.
And he had a couple of runs one run where he retired 7 in a row. There's another, his last 7 hitters, he retired them all through 99 pitches. He only walked 2, struck out 5. Mark Lowe now. We get into the power section. Mariner bullpen, Lowe and Ardsma. Lowe has been outstanding his last couple of 3 weeks. Melky, Cabrera, Derek Jeter, Johnny Damon. 9-1-2 here for the Yankees in the 8th. Slap to left. Sunders, couple steps to his left, 1 out. To give you an idea what Mark Lowe has done, look at this, our Banner Bank building to the future. Last 7 games, 9 1/3, 4 hits, no runs, 21 holds. So Mariner pitching now has retired 8 in a row of the Yankees since an RBI single by Jeter back in the 5th, and here's the Yankee captain right now. Ryan Rowland-Smith, 2nd impressive performance in a row. .99 pitches for Ryan and 67 for strikes. Jeter tonight, a strikeout, a ground out, and an RBI single. That RBI single came with 2 outs in the 5th. One and 1.
You know, you look at Ryan Rowland-Smith's line, and to get through 7 innings to give up just 3 hits. Really unfortunate to give up the 2 runs on 3 hits.
He just did not catch a break. He did go. Jeter went, says Jerry Davis. And Ryan Rowland-Smith.
This is a slider off the plate away. And again, Mark Lowe throwing 97, 98 miles an hour. A lot of hitters are chasing his slider now. Throwing it a lot more than he did earlier in the season.
Yankees pretty much the #1 offensive team in the American League. Good performance by Smith. Pitch. Jeter. Hey, there's a nice snare by Brandon. Jeter goes the opposite way really well, and Brandon was there to gobble it up. So 2 outs, Johnny Damon here in the 8th inning. Two ball game. Strike 1 to Damon. Johnny 0 for 3 tonight. Hey, what do you know? The New York press, they used the term Yankees in 1904. We referred it to the New York baseball team in order to save space in the headlines. Yankees originally known as the Highlanders. Broken bat, Lopez will charge. Damon runs well. Nice play, inning over. Chance for the Mariners. They get a lead in the bottom of the 8th. And coming up, it'll be Gutierrez, Lopez, and Ken Griffey Jr.
brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
2-2 ball game, bottom of the 8th. They're whooping it up here at Safeco Field. 36,769. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Opportunity presents itself here for the Mariners in the bottom of the 8th inning. But first, let me tell you about tomorrow. It'll be Sergio Mitre against Luke French. Game 3 of this 4-game series. Here in the bottom of the 8th, it'll be Gutierrez, Lopez, and Ken Griffey Jr. against the new pitcher, third of the night, hard-throwing right-hander, Phil Hughes. Hughes and Jabba Chamberlain a couple of years ago, they were the heralded newcomers to the starting rotation for the Yankees. Didn't quite work out as a starter for Hughes, but he's been very effective this year as a hard-throwing right-hander in the 8th inning. Chamberlain, they've been nursing him along. He's going to start on Sunday. Gutierrez with a base hit, a walk. He's 1 for 2 tonight. Starts him out with a breaking ball. Strike 1. Gutierrez has done a fabulous job. He's got batting average up near the 300 mark. Started off slowly, but has really grown into a heck of a hitter here. 0-2.
Looking at those numbers for Hughes coming out of the bullpen, 73 strikeouts and 67 innings pitched.
He can bring it. 2 to Goody. Struck him out on 3 pitches, 1 out. 1 out here in the 8th. Make sure you visit the official online shop of the Mariners at mariners.com. You can browse the largest selection of authentic team gear, including clubhouse caps and t-shirts, jerseys, collectibles, and a lot more. Get your gear at mariners.com shop. Jose Lopez, RBI double, fly out to left and a strikeout. He's coming in and going right after hitters. Bennett started, went 6. Brian Bruni hits the 7th. Now Phil Hughes. Fly ball center field for Melky Cabrera. 2 outs. 2 outs here. Good doings in some minor league notes for him. Brandon Morrow, his first complete game shutout. How about that? A 4-hitter, 2 Ks in 95 pitches.
That's the most impressive thing, 95 pitches.
Yeah. And Cortez picked him up in the trade for Betancourt. Picks up a W. And then West Tennessee with Poitras. First home run. Mariner system. So some good notes here tonight. Here's Junior. He can launch a fastball here. Hughes has a good one. Hughes 22 years old. Here's what Griffey's done to this point. Hughes 22 years old, 6'5", 240. Count evens at 1-1. Phil Hughes out of Mission Viejo, California, now lives in Tampa, where the Yankees train. 2-1. Junior sitting on 623 career home runs. Had a good week with a game winner a few nights ago. 14th inning against the White Sox. A terrifically played ball game. 2 outs, the 2-1. That got a big chunk of Posada. 2-2. Flush on. He didn't take a standing 8. Wouldn't have begrudged him had he done so. 2-2 to Ken Griffey Jr. 1 for 3 with an RBI tonight.
See the fastballs, all of the pretty good ones, 95. Throwing them all away from Junior too. Late in the game, trying to stay away from him.
2-2. Breaking ball misses. We got a full count here. 2 outs. We got Russell Brennan. He's on deck. He would love to get a chance to get it. A huge fastball. Sure want to get a lead here. 3-2. The pitch to Junior. This will be pitch number 8 coming to Ken Griffey Jr. with 2 outs in the 8th.
Last pitch in the inside corner, changing things up a little bit for Junior, just able to get a piece of it.
Here we go, 3-2 to Ken Griffey Jr.
Puts the fastball up in the zone, fouls it straight back. You can see he was a little bit late on it because the pitch was up.
You can see Mike Sweeney in the background going, oh, he just missed it. Three and 2, one more time.
That was a better pitch for him to hit, just a little bit further down in the zone. Threw that one harder at 96 miles an hour.
So pitch number 10 here. Are you looking breaking ball? Or is he going to go with his best, the fastball?
He keeps throwing him fastballs. He's throwing him 2 breaking balls, both of them off the plate away.
3-2 to Junior. Walked him. Now Brandon. See if he can get a piece of one of those 90+ mile an hour fastballs.
Dave Ireland will run back out. Talk to Hughes about it.
Brandon tonight with a strikeout, a fly out to right, and a strikeout. Brandon tied for 4th entering today with Toronto's Aaron Hill, 4th in the home run chase. He's got 27. Mariners got their runs in the 1st inning. RBI double Lopez, RBI ground out by Griffey. Yankees tonight only got 2 runners at second base. They both scored. Double play that wasn't completed, and a ground ball, a seeing eye ground ball by Jeter in the 5th. First pitch to Brennan, way outside, ball 1. Boston rallied to beat Texas tonight. Well done. Strike 1.
It's a good pitch. Just off the plate, gets the call.
Ball and a strike, the big Russ. Down the line, David's going to run out of room. 1-2. Bennett got Brandon back in the 6th on a 1-2 pitch. Good crowd on hand, 36,769 here in beautiful Safeco Field. Griffey Jr., 10-pitch walk. 2 outs here in the 8th. One and 2. Can you hear the collective oohs and ahs from the fans here? That pitch
just a little bit further off the plate than the one that he had earlier in the count, called for a strike.
Like Joe Girardi wishes he had that one back. 2 out, runner at first. Ken Griffey Jr. a 2-2 count to Russell Brandon. Got a full count. On deck hitter's Jack Hanahan. And now if you're a Mariner fan, you are looking for a long ball from the big fella here. Long look by Hughes, throws over to Griffey. Back easily. Joe Girardi, good catcher in his own right. His team in a 2-2 game. Here's a 3-2 to Brandon. Time is called.
The Yankee outfield played any deeper, they'd stand on the track right now.
Here we go. Up high. Mariners have the lead run now, 90 feet closer. Will Hughes has walked back-to-back hitters with 2 outs here in the 8th.
Hanahan's hit a couple of fly balls to deep left field for outs in the game.
Hanahan in that 14-inning extravaganza on Wednesday came into the game when Jack Wilson was injured. He had a big base hit to right in the 12th inning. And a base hit late yesterday. The pitch. Breaking ball. Misses. Ball 1.
And he started off pretty good for Hughes. And a strikeout and a fly ball to center field, but now he's thrown 23 pitches after walking Jr. and Russell Brandon.
There's a strike. Outfield arms. Johnny Damon does not have a good throwing arm. Melky Cabrera is good. Swisher's not bad. Ball and strike to Jack Hanahan. 1-2. And he can put the Mariners on top here. Maybe one of the bigger at-bats Hanahan's had since he's come over to the ball club. The 1-2. Took a lot off of that. Did he go? No, he did not. They appealed on the third. Brian Gorman said he was clear. So 2-2.
Here's a breaking ball. He's able to lay off of it.
Griffey's at second. Brandon's at first. 2 out. 2-2 to Hanahan. Got a full count.
And that's a big break for the Mariners because now Jr. can get started a little bit earlier with 2 outs and a 3-2 count. Give him a running start out at second base on a base hit. Gives him an extra few steps trying to score.
Crazy inning. It's Gutierrez on 3 pitches. Pops up Lopez. Now he's walked 2 in a row, and he's 3-2 to Hanahan. The pitch from Hughes. Swung on and missed. Struck him out. Inning over. 8 in the books in a 2-2 ball game at Safeco Field. As Phil Hughes escapes. FSN is brought to you by Money Tree. At Money Tree, providing immediate cash for your business is our business. Apply for business loan at moneytreeinc.com. By Pizza Hut. Get loads of melty cheese with the stuffed crust pizza only from Pizza Hut. And by Better Bank. Better ideas, better banking. What a ball game we have here at Safeco Field, top of the 9th inning. Mark Teixeira to lead it off against Mark Lowe. Speed pitch for strike. Oh, pitch to 1-2-3/8. Teixeira, Matsui, and Posada here in the 9th. Teixeira this evening with a walk, line out to right, ground out to third. That's hit a long way, deep right field. The Yankees have just taken a 3-2 lead. Home run Mark Teixeira, his 30th, his 86th RBI, and boy did he unload on a 1-1 pitch.
You can correct me if I'm wrong, Dave, but I think that's the first time we've seen Mark Lowe throw 3 off-speed pitches in a row to anybody this year.
I think you are right on the money.
Take a look at this last pitch from Mark. Out over the plate. Teixeira out in front of it a little bit, but keeps his hands back long enough and hits that one a long way. As you can see, it's out over the plate.
3-2 Yankees, and that means Mr. Rivera is up and ready. Matsui. Bouncing ball goes to Lopez. 1 out. Yankees, 1 swing, take the lead. 3-2. Mariners and Yankees conclude their series on Sunday at Safeco Field. Following the game, all you youngsters 14 and under invited to run around the bases. Thanks to Key Bank. Make plans to bring your future star to the ballpark on Sunday. For tickets, visit mariners.com. First ballot Hall of Famer Mariano Rivera leads the American League with 33 saves. We will see him in the bottom of the 9th, and he'll face the bottom third of the Mariner order, Johnson, Wilson, and Saunders. 1 out here in the top of the 9th. A run in. Here's Jorge Posada. Posada struck out looking his last 2 times up. Struck out by Ryan Roland Smith. Yankees the #1 home run team in the American League. That was home run number 179. Teixeira's 30th. Posada. Strike. The one thing Mike for sure, win or lose this ball game, the 2 runs. Giving up a tailor-made double play. Lope can't get the ball out of his glove, making a turn in the second. That gets the Yankees the first run. Then 2 outs. Runner at second as Cabrera infield hit, wild pitch in second. The seeing eye base hit gets through. That's down the line and foul. Jeter gets a seeing eye base hit to left, and that tied it in the 5th. Mariners with 2 runs on 3 hits in the first inning. Since then, they've mustered just 4 hits, and they've left 5 on base.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about it is when you're playing a club like the Yankees, they've been hot. We've talked about how well they've played since the All-Star break.
21-6.
Yeah, you can't afford to make too many mistakes. Ryan Rowland-Smith was terrific tonight. And the Mariners, they're really at their best when you get a low-scoring game like this one has been, but a couple of mistakes. That's put them behind right now.
I mean, Smitty could have left easily up 2-0.
Right.
2-2 to Posada. Swing and a miss, and he struck out his last 3 times up. Got a double in the first. 1 for 4 tonight for Jorge. Time now for U.S. Marine Corps leaders of the game. The DA, David Ardsma, having a fabulous year. 24 saves since May 15th. That's the second best in Major League Baseball to that man right there, Mariano Rivera. 2 outs. So Teixeira, one of the great switch hitters of his generation, coming up with a big home run on a 1-1 pitch leading off the 9th. Ball 1 to Robinson Cano. 0 for 3.
He has grounded out to the right side of the infield all 3 times.
The end of the bat, 1-1. Teixeira. The Yankees won the price war to sign him. Wanted free agent during the offseason. He got a big price tag. 1-1.
Well, we'll see how that looks towards the end of the contract, but right now they have to be pretty happy.
Yep. CC Sabathia, Mark Teixeira, AJ Burnett. Cha-ching, cha-ching, and cha-ching. About $350 million for those 3 guys. There's AJ. And that 10-5 on the season. They got Burnett 10-5 with a 3.71. Sabathia 13-7 with a 3.64. And you got Teixeira among the leaders in home runs in the AL. The 2-2 off the fist. Hanahan going back. That's a fair ball. Oh, brother. Going to second is Cano. And fan interference. .33rd double for Robinson Cano, team leader. Make sure you join us tomorrow for all-access coverage of Mariners batting practice. Your chance to see Ichiro, Griffey, Brandon, and the rest of the club get set for Game 3 with the Yankees. Mariners BP tomorrow at 6 on FSN and FSN HD. Two outs. Run in, runner on. Switch hitter Nick Swisher.
Yeah, for the right-handed hitter, Harrison on deck. First base is open. Couple outs. We'll see what Don Wakamatsu wants to do here.
Hairston 0 for 3. Swisher's 0 for 2 with a walk. To Nick. Mariners going to have to muster up some offense at the bottom of the 9th inning with Johnson, Josh Wilson, and Saunders as scheduled hitters.
Sean Kelly's up in the Mariner bullpen.
Now Lowe's 2-0 to Nick Swisher. Here's Sean. Teixeira, leadoff homer here in the 9th. Yankees 3-2. Looper can't get it. Coming around the score is Cano. The Yankees now have a 2-run margin. RBI Nick Swisher, his 60th. Yankees lead at 4-2. 2-0 pitch. Got just enough.
Looked like a changeup maybe away from him. Hits it off the end of the bat. Lopez can't get back.
So Watt's going to come to get Mark Lowe, who pitched a clean 1-2-3-8. The 9th, another story. Home run, got 2 outs, gives up a double and another RBI. It's 4-2 Yankees. Back with more right after this. See you half-price family night on Monday, August 24th. That's also when the Mariners meet the A's for the 3-game AL West matchup. Tickets as low as $10. You will not want to miss out on this one. Jump all over this, folks. Get your tickets at Mariners.com. Yankees have scored 2 here in the top of the 9th. That means Mariano Rivera is moments away. Sean Kelly on to get the final out. Tomorrow, get the inside scoop on the upcoming Pac-10 football campaign with the Northwest College Football Preview Show. Going to break down the Cougs, Ducks, Beavers, and Huskies, getting you ready for the exciting 09 season. Northwest College Football Preview Show tomorrow at 4 here on FSN. Sean Kelly, bring him on to get Jerry Hairston Jr. Runner at first. Nick Swisher with an RBI single. Strike 1 to Hairston, who's 0 for 3 tonight. Came over at the trading deadline from the Cincinnati Reds. Kelly picked up a win a couple of nights ago. 0-2. shot. Trouble. It's going to drop in. Swisher will hold it second. Three consecutive two-out hits by the Yankees. Game 3 of this series tomorrow. Sergio Mitre against Luke French. Melky Cabrera is the hitter, 1 for 3. Infield base hit in the 5th, and he scored on the Jeter RBI. Seeing eye. Base hit, strike 1. There's 2 runs in the first inning, nothing since. 4 hits for the last 7 innings. Kelly 0-2 here to Cabrera. He was just 0-2 to Hairston. Hairston with a defensive swing was able to put it into no man's land. The 0-2. Driven to right field. That's really trouble. Down the line. 1 hop foul. Woo! As everybody was scoring on that one.
Looked like a slider that was down and into Cabrera. If you're going to throw it there, you have to bury it, throw it into the dirt. Try to get him to swing over the top of it. This is right at the bottom of the strike zone.
Mark Lowe gave up the leadoff home run to Teixeira here in the 9th. And Swisher RBI. 2-run advantage for the Yankees. 4-7-0 for the Yankees. 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Mariners. Bouncing ball, Josh Wilson. And Cabrera is done. Well, the Mariners are going to have to do it against arguably the greatest closer in the history of the game of Major League Baseball, the great Mariano Rivera. 4-2 Yankees. Safeco Field here in Seattle. Take a look at our Mercedes-Benz E-Class attention assist of the game. Mike, not too much doubt about this 1-1 pitch.
No, left it out over the plate. Teixeira hit it. You could tell by that little hop at the end that he knew he had it too. It's deep into the right field seats.
So Mark Teixeira with his 30th home run, 86th RBI. They gave the Yankees 3-2 lead, and they got another run when Nick Swisher was ahead in the count 2-0, and he got an RBI base hit with 2 outs in the 9th. Time now for the great Mariano, and the Mariners will send Johnson, Josh Wilson, and Saunders to the plate against Rivera. His 48th game, 33 saves, leads the American League. And he has had like a 6 season. I mean, it's just been ridiculous what he's been doing.
Well, it was a couple of years ago they thought maybe he was coming to the end of it. Whoops.
Off high, ball 1. Braves leader, Ryan Fuentes, and always 2-0 to Rob Johnson. Two times the Mariners have gotten to Mariano Rivera. There's a strike August 23rd of '97. He blew a save, but the Yankees came back to win. May 7th of '07 came in a tied game, and the Mariners won that game. 2-1 pitch bounce to Jeter. 1 out. You faced Rivera during your days?
Yeah, sure did.
What do you remember about it?
Remember that the ABs went pretty fast, and then went back to the dugout. You know, you look at him now, he's 90, 91, 92 miles an hour. He used to be 95. That thing looked like a slider coming up there.
Rivera, 29 consecutive converted save chances, the longest in the majors, in the 33 saves. Not only leads the AL, it leads the major leagues. Josh Wilson with a base hit in the second at bat. He struck out looking, single to center, and flied out to center. Bouncing ball. Hairston, 2 down. Quick 2 outs by Rivera. Mariners the last 5 games have scored 4 runs. 5 runs the last 4 games is the number. 5 runs the last 4 games. Saunders struck out his first 2 times up. Single to left. That was in the 7th. Outfield shallow for Saunders. There's a bouncing ball. Cano backhand. Got him. Game over. Yankees win 4-2. They take the first 2 games of this series, and with that win, the Yankees go to 73-43. How about that? 30 games over 500.